Oh, come on.
Oh, is looking for a second date update this morning. He went out with a woman named Shelly, and we're going to try to help him out. Hi, Joe.
Hey, good morning. Good to talk to you guys.
Good to talk to you. How can we help?
All right. Well, I had a couple of really great dates with this girl. And listen, I thought we were hitting it off, but now she's, I don't know, ghosting me. I haven't heard from her. She's not returning my calls and texts. So hopefully she'll take your call.
Did things end weird the last time you saw her? Like, did you have an idea that she might be blowing you off, or is this a complete surprise to you?
This is a total, complete surprise.
Okay. How'd you meet?
We met online, and then our first date, we had a nice coffee afternoon, very casual date. It went really well, and then as we were leaving, I asked her if I could take her for a second date, this time for dinner, something more formal. And she seemed really excited about it. I picked her up, took her to a nice restaurant, an Italian restaurant. I did run into a few of her friends, and I don't know if that was planned or if it was a coincidence, but whatever. They seemed to be really nice. They were friendly. They seemed to like me. We all hung out for like a little bit. And then after dinner, I took her home, gave her a kiss goodnight after talking about the date, that it was great conversations. There was a lot of flirting. And I was just like, listen, we have a lot in common. I was hoping that we can take it the next step. She seemed great about it. The kiss was amazing. And then I reached out to her the next day, just texting, seeing how she's doing. She didn't respond. I tried her again in the afternoon. Nothing. Tried a few times. Nothing. So I don't know. I'm just confused, and I'm hoping to get some answers.
I think it's unusual for someone to just suddenly ghost you after a couple of dates, especially when you had a conversation the night before about how great things are going, and you share this. You said it was an amazing kiss. So I don't know.
Yeah.
At least give the poor guy an explanation and say, sorry, my ex is back in my life and I got to see this through, or whatever.
I found out I'm having a baby.
Yeah. That's happened.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I'm pregnant accidentally by somebody else.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, God. I hope that's not the case.
Yeah, but it didn't go farther than the kiss, but everything felt groovy as you said goodbye and you had this kiss, and it was understood that you have a lot in common and that you wanted to. What did you mean by take it to the next level? I should ask that.
Well, that we want to, officially start dating, getting to know each other, hopefully be exclusive. That will eventually lead to a relationship.
I see.
Not to do a casual dating kind of thing,
Maybe that scared her. Maybe she's not ready for that.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Stage 5. Here we
I don't know.
Oh, boy.
He's into me. I don't like him anymore.
Rich got one or two of those, and she went bolting the other way.
Well, it's because I wasn't ready to commit to anybody, especially if you really liked me. I was like, ooh, I don't think so.
See, the weird thing is that I didn't get that sense. At dinner, we had a lot of great conversations, a lot of flirting, and we talked about the idea, just relationships in general, what she thought about it, and commitment. And it seemed that we had a lot of common with that, and we were on the same page with that. So okay. I don't know.
So you got the sense she's open to
yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right, buddy, why don't we take a break? When we come back, Joe, we're going to call Shelly and just kind of feel her out.
All right, cool. Thank you so much.
See what she's thinking. See where her head is at, and if there's any chance of you two ever getting together again. If you got any shot at this relationship, we'll find out. A second date update continues next with Jeff and Jenn, Cincinnati's Q102. Joe met Shelly online. They've actually been out on a couple of dates, but all of a sudden it came to a screeching halt after a dinner they had at a nice restaurant. He took her home. He had what he thought, in his opinion, was an amazing kiss with her. He had a little chat with her, too, as they were saying goodbye. Listen, I think you and I have a lot in common, and I think we're good together, and I'd like to take this to the next level, meaning he wanted to date exclusively. And she seemed open to it because, as he understood it, she is also looking for a monogamous relationship. Up until now, we've assumed with him, if not someone else, but maybe she's changed her mind because he texted her the next day, a couple times actually, and there's been no response from her. Did I miss out any? You did mention that she ran into some friends. I mean, do you think that played a role? Were there any guys that none of them were exes of hers?
Or do you think the girls?
No, they were all friends and they were all couples, So everybody was with somebody. No, it was nothing like that.
Gotcha.
And you sure that none of you didn't get any side eyes from any of them, like disapproval of
None
any
whatsoever. They were really friendly and they seemed to really like me.
Okay. You ready to call her?
Absolutely.
All right.
Hello?
Hi, Shelly.
Yeah, who's this?
Hey there, it's Jeff and Jen along with Fritch and Tim at Q102. How are you this morning?
Like from the radio?
Same ones.
Hi. Good morning.
How's life treating you?
Hopefully really good if I won something.
Well, I'll tell you what, we would love to send you to dinner with a mutual friend of ours.
Who?
This is someone you've been out with before. We spoke with Joe, who told us about your coffee date and your recent dinner date, and we just want to check in and see what you've been up to. Was that a groan?
It was just I just can't believe this is happening. Okay.
Well, you've heard second date update before, no?
Yeah, of course.
And I guess there had been a couple of attempts to get a hold of you via text, and you hadn't responded. And I don't know if your phone
he
died.
texted me a few times.
Okay.
Yeah.
You just been busy, or you got something else going on?
I just am not. I wasn't feeling it.
No?
It's sort of a long story.
Oh, we got time, girl. Let's go.
Traffic can wait.
Well, for the record, I thought he was really great. We went out once for coffee in the afternoon, and then he asked me out to dinner and came by and picked me up at my house. And then we had a lovely dinner. It was awesome. And he walked me back to the car. I was going to open the car door. And then I noticed a decal, one of those sticker things on the back of his trunk.
Mm-hmm.
And it said, "I rescue stray cats. Please Venmo me." And then it was his Venmo handle.
Okay.
So we opened the door and I got in, and as he was driving me back to the house, I asked him about it, and he said that he actually did rescue a stray cat once and asked people to send him money to help with some of the vet bills and shots and stuff, and they did. So he got one of those decals made and put it up. But when I asked him okay, so how many have you rescued? And he said just the one. And I asked him if he was planning to get more, was this recent? And he was like, no, he has other bills to pay. He doesn't have time to take care of a ton of stray cats. So I asked him how much he's gotten, and he said hundreds of dollars.
Oh, wow.
For this one stray cat.
Oh.
And
so he's using it as an income stream.
Yeah, he's using it not for the cats. It's one thing if he was donating it to a shelter or to a good cause or to vets or something, but he's not. He's buying shoes and hoodies, and I'm just thinking to myself the entire way home, isn't that illegal?
He's a
I
scammer.
don't know.
Yeah, that's
I
not
was really
cool.
bummed.
I've seen stuff on the freeway where, if you've driven to Nashville, where every bachelorette party is,
Yes,
or a
they do
bachelor
that.
party, they'll put it on the side of their
Yeah.
car, in the that paint that will wash off, and it'll say, "Buy me
Yeah.
a drink. It's my
Yes.
bachelor party."
Venmo,
Here's my Venmo.
at blah, blah, blah. I've seen that before.
Yeah.
It was sad. He was a really good kisser, and we had such a good conversation, but I don't know, that just seemed wrong and shady and weird, and I didn't want to be part of it.
Dude, what are you doing?
Look, it's not illegal. I may have exaggerated how much money I've gotten, but I know the day will come when I'll have to rescue another stray. So look, it's not a total lie.
It feels illegal and at the very least unethical.
Your
It feels like a scam.
scam.
It exists, man. I saw a guy make $30,000, and all he did on his thing is say, "Help me make potato salad," and set up a GoFundMe. And people just gave him $30,000 for potato
Wow.
salad.
Maybe I need to
That's
try
what I'm
something.
saying.
I think we should just ask. Help me pay off my
Since I'm
Honda.
not going to do the OnlyFans thing, maybe I just...
I only owe $8,000.
Hey, I do rescue cats.
Help a sister out. I don't. This is just for fun.
I almost brought 2 more home just a couple weekends ago.
Jen.
As I said before, it's not illegal. I'm setting it up to help rescue another stray when the time comes.
It's not right to do, though. Like, I just feel bad for all the people who's sending you money. Like, that's just wrong.
I mean, you yourself said you've made hundreds of dollars from this, and you essentially admitted to her that you're not spending it on that, unless she got that wrong and you've got some kind of escrow account on standby for when you do.
No, look, I may have exaggerated how much money I've gotten, but whatever she's referencing, no, that's not the case. Like I said, it's not illegal, and it's not a total lie.
How much money would you say you have made from this?
I don't know at the top of my head. I'd have to go and look that up.
What would you guesstimate?
I don't know, like 200, I would say, maybe.
Which means probably 800.
And do you have that money on hand now, sitting in an account somewhere on standby, ready to rescue your next cat?
My next cat is called Jamaica.
I have it on standby for the next cat, yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just has an ick factor for me.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I assume, Shelly, this means there's no chance of a second date here, correct?
No, there is no second date. Or third date in this case. No thanks.
Right. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, thank you for taking the call.
Yeah. Do I still get dinner?
You know what? I am sending her to dinner.
I think you should.
Thanks.
Yeah, I think we should. Shelly, you hang on.
You ever been to the Cat Cafe in Covington? Just kidding. Just kidding.
All right. If you need a little help with a second date update, all you got to do is send us an email, Jeff and Jen at WKRQ.